very Islamic nation that's facing life and death issues like poverty and violence and inequality, whatever. I find it easier to write on subjects that involve terrorism or societal stagnation, that kind. It spews out of me like a waterfall, that stuff. But 2 days ago, I sat on a bus from Lahore to Pindi, and for hours I couldn't think of an opening sentence for something titled Love and Heartbreak. I used to think I'm a normal person until I realized that I didn't have any personal story to share about my love or my heartbreak. In Pakistan, there are few chances for boys and girls to mingle freely and engage in what I call the healthy practice of experimenting. Stories of love tend actually to be more like 10-minute encounters that climax in a smile. At least in my case. So today, I'm going to share with you some of my favorites from the 10-minute love encounters of Fatma Hussain. That's me. Coming in at number 3, there was an encounter that took place on a similar bus to Pindi only a few years back in time. I was alone for once and lonely as usual. And I took my seat expecting to be surrounded by hordes of smelly, ugly, fat people. But I got lucky in 2 ways. One, I sat alone, so there was great privacy, which is rare here anyway. And 2, he got on the bus and sat 3 seats away from me. Oof, he was a real beauty, seriously. That one, he looked like the guy from Heroes, Peter. Do you know him? Anyone? Not so much? Well, he's like this. I go for gay guys, let me be. Anyway, he was just great, okay? There was an instant connection, especially after I looked at him twice, caught his eye, looked away, smiled, bit my lip, everything. But things really heated up when some brats at the back of the bus started singing this one lyric from one song. It went, Oi bubbly, aja bubbly, be my lover bubbly, right? They just kept singing that part. And right there our eyes met and I rolled my eyes at him at how immature these kids were. And he shook his head and we shared a laugh. And the rest of the trip was spent basking in the afterglow of that shared moment. So bubbly was one of my first 10-minute love encounters. The next 10-minute love encounter I want to share with you might be closest to my heart. I was in school then, it was grade 10. And I already knew what I wanted to be in life, a social worker, somebody who saves the world. But other than Abdul Sattar Eidi, there was no man I found sexy enough to attract me because, I mean, none of them were doing anything for mankind in my opinion. This all changed the day he walked into my classroom. I should make a small detour here and tell you that I used to study in Lahore Grammar School Defence, which has a reputation. It's an all-girls school, and any man who walked into this land of Amazon was devoured instantly, at least in our minds. But Joe Pace was all mine, at least in my mind. So his name was Joe Pace, yeah, he was a Gora, and he had come to talk about his work in the Human Rights Watch. His white skin and distinct features made him instantly eligible for a 10-minute love encounter. That's by default. But it was when he began to speak that I experienced my first love and my first heartbreak. Joe Pace was an activist who had been pursued by intelligence officials in like Egypt and Syria, and he was devoted to his work, and he was smart and funny and daring, and he was just perfect. I don't remember what he looked like anymore, but I do remember every word he said and the ache in my heart when he left. After he left, my friends and we stole a pink heart-shaped balloon from one of the preschool classes, and I set it free in his name into the sky across the balcony. I was heartbroken, but my friends assured me that I would one day find my Joe Pace. And to this day, when we are evaluating my love interests, the question is whether he is a Joe Pace. Where am I now? I've lost it. My number 1 love, 10-minute love encounter. That one took place in college and involved a whole new level of intimacy, which is why it's number 1. 4 years back, when I was a freshman at Plums, the experience of sitting, walking, eating, studying, doing anything next to boys was completely new for me. The first time I was close enough to smell a boy in class, I did not learn anything that day, seriously. And it wasn't his sweat, but like he smelled really good, that's the point. So my top love encounter was this good-looking guy, charming, and because this time we actually talked, which was new for me, there was some subtle flirting on his part as well, right? So my tell me a love encounter is going superbly until he says to me, by the way, Fatma, I've had a crush on you for ages. I was shocked. I mean, he might as well have taken his pants off with like right there. How am I supposed to deal with this? This is too direct and unprepared for such a frontal attack. And completely phased and out of breath, I replied, "Are you okay now?" And with that sentence ended my third and longest 10-minute love